Hey, goddesses. Hello. Hello, and welcome to another holistic guidance. And I'm excited about today because today is all about cleanses, detox, strengthening immunity, and all around the midlife years. So let me just make sure that uh, I can see comments here like this. Yes, I can. And let me just refresh here on my computer as well, just to make sure that, because sometimes it doesn't come in on the phone, so I can see it here. So if you're jumping on live, say hello. Hello, Goddess Diane. Welcome. It's nice to have you this morning. All right, let's see here. Perfect. There we go. Did you hear that? I just muted myself. Okay. So if you're jumping on live, say hello so I can see you and I can hold space for you. Let me just adjust this. I had to come in today into my inside office because it was really windy and rainy and kind of today. So this is much better. Okay, I think we are all set. And yeah, I was really anxious to come on because this is a subject that I'm really passionate about. Hello, Goddess Nancy. It's nice to see you, hon. Um, so, um, as we wait for everyone to come in, there are a few things that I want to share with you. The first one is we have a lot of new women in this group. So I want to say a special hello, welcome you into this space. And if you're new to me, let me give you a little bit of background. So my name's Isabelle, and I'm the host here in this group. And I'm also a certified naturopath, a holistic life coach, and a master practitioner of NLP and timeline therapy. And I really love to support women around midlife. So anything in perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, those years, and really help them connect to becoming blissfully healthy and really deep soulfully connected so they can feel calm and empowered and healthy and strong and confident and abundant and finding out all sorts of different ways to support them that really ties into their lifestyle. So, and these holistic guidances I do regularly with a theme within the month in this group, and they're always free. Hello, Goddess Catherine. It's nice to see you. It's been a while. It's really nice to have you. And I hold space for you, beautiful. And let's give it like just a couple more moments and before we jump into our topic today, and it is one that I am in love with. It is, I'm so passionate about this one. So let's just chat a little bit about the moon. Why not? It's still the new moon energy. So it is still a perfect time to connect to your intentions, to your goals, to your dreams, to your desires, and really bring that in. It is like the in breath, pulling in that energy. And today, in Eastern Daylight Time right now, it is a daily moon in Capricorn. So just allow yourself to step into that and bring it in. All right. A few other things. Last week we did the master class. It was amazing, and I have been getting so many emails and texts letting me know that they loved it, and some had a chance to register, others didn't. So I am scheduling a new one. It's going to happen at the beginning of October. I will put the link at the top of this video. So if you didn't have a chance to attend live, you'll get a chance to attend again, and the prices are still going to be there. All right, let's see here. Um, what else? What else? What else? Should we start? If you're ready to start, comment yes in the comments. I'm going to take a sip because I feel like starting. Are you ready to start? All right. Perfect. Okay. So let us talk about detox, cleanse, and raising our immunity. Yes, Nancy says yes. Um, for the fall. So there are two, like you can always do cleanses and detox. You can do them year round. But there are times that they are really a better time to do that. Jian also says yes, let's get to it. The spring is the perfect time to do it. And there's also the fall. Now, all depending, according to traditional Chinese medicine, what your glandular type is, there's going to be a season that is easier for you to do your cleanse or detox. Um, and it just flows a little bit more. Now, to increase immunity is like the backside of doing a cleanse or a detox, right? So on one side, you're cleaning out the yuck. So on the other side, you're going to get a supercharge of the yum. So it's just to kind of make it that way. You can absolutely increase immunity without doing a cleanse or detox, but it just adds it that much more because you're building on a more solid foundation. Does that make sense? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up and a heart if that makes sense to you. And cleanses and detox, they're perfect. Perfect. There's all sorts. So, regardless if you're a newbie or a seasoned person doing your cleanses and detox, there is something for everyone, and you can start right away. Now, always keep in mind your specific body needs. If you have any health issues and your age, really, really important. So Nancy says, yes, it makes sense. Those are super important. And sometimes we forget, we try this, we do that, we experiment with this without thinking of your entire you. And it is so important. That's why whenever I do any kind of program or one on one work with women, I always do a health assessment because we want the full picture. Now, even if you are not in one of my programs or we are not doing a one on one and you still want to do a cleanse, make sure that you understand your body and your emotions and where you are in your life fully. So when you do a cleanse or a detox, it will flow, right? Let me give you an example. So to decide to do a deep detox or a fast when you're going through huge emotional changes like a divorce or a separation is not the time. Before? Sure. After? Sure. During? No. It's going to be just too much because when you start to cleanse and detox or do a fast, it kind of takes away all the filters and it allows you to connect at a much deeper level emotionally, spiritually, and of course for your body. Now, if you have other factors that are kind of bombarding you, it becomes too much, right? Do you understand what I mean? Let me know if you understand and if this also makes sense. That's really important, and I want you to keep track of that. So let's start with really simple stuff. Let me just check here on the computer just to make sure because sometimes, yeah, see, I see the hearts there and I didn't see them here. Um, okay, so let me give you a couple of ideas that even if you're a newbie in cleanses that you can do super easily and it'll be really, 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 really gentle. And of course, if you have big symptoms coming up, you have a couple of options. So let's say you start a cleanse and you are having symptoms come up, do these options. You can either just relax into them if they're not too difficult to live with, you can reach out to a therapist like myself or anyone else that is solidly knowledgeable about health. And or before you start, you could get someone to support you through this entire cleanse. All right, so very important. And yeah, I guess lastly, if the symptoms are too strong, you can either cut it by 50% or just completely stop, right? Be mindful of um, a healing crisis, okay? So a healing crisis feels a lot like the symptoms, but like a bit more intense. And what is happening there is that your body is full on reacting to the cleanse. So everything that went in, all the feelings, all the difficulties the body had, when you're pulling it out, when you're cleaning it out, it kind of goes through the same place. But if it's really intense, it'll happen all at once. So it makes it more difficult. Things like symptoms like headaches, nausea, those are the most popular. Itchy skin. You could have diarrhea. Um, Extreme cases, maybe vomiting, but very rarely. Itchy skin or your skin breaks out. Emotional issues, your emotions start clearing up. So a lot of this stuff is coming up. All right. So be mindful about that. So if we're talking, am I going too fast? Is this good? Let me know if this is good. I'm going to take a sip so it slows me down. Okay, so let me just check on the computer because I'm not. Oh, okay, okay, I saw that. Okay, perfect. If I'm going too fast, slow me down because I'm really passionate about this. I love it. So sometimes I just kind of get going and I forget that, take a breath. There we go. Okay, so I am going to go from simple and newbie to more in depth and seasoned. Okay, and wherever you feel comfortable in there, you can absolutely do that. So, one of the easiest and most effective ways to cleanse your system is with warm water and lemon on an empty stomach when you get up in the morning, and you're going to combine that with an extra amount of quality water. Okay, so let's take a moment just to go more in depth with that. Um, Warm water, not in the microwave, not from the tap either, right? You just heat it on the stove. We don't want the molecules to be all wonky, so no microwave. And not from the tap either. There's going to be minerals in there that your body doesn't need. You're trying to cleanse. So you just take really good quality water. You heat it a bit on the stove. You add real lemon juice. You squeeze maybe like half a lemon in there. Don't put the lemon in. Don't slice it up and put the lemon in there. No. Squeeze the lemon juice. If you can get an organic lemon, even better. And that's it. And you drink that on an empty stomach. Be mindful when you drink it not to drink it through your teeth. All right. So, like, no stuff like that because the lemon is acidic when it's outside the body. So, if acidity is, and if you do this a lot and it's always hitting your teeth, it's going to be harsh on the enamel of your teeth. So, be mindful when you drink the lemon water. Okay. If you're feeling chilly because you live in a climate where it's getting colder and you're feeling some tension in your bones and your muscles, you can add a little bit of turmeric. Be mindful of the quality. You can use it dried, so like the powder, or you can squeeze it yourself to get some of the juice out, but it stains everything. I used to juice turmeric and I stained everything. So, or you can cut pieces or you can just use the powder, but the powder does get grainy what I do sometimes when I want to use turmeric is I have these little bags for herbal tea, and they're really like the real tea bags, but empty. So you could put the turmeric in there and it won't filter past that, because any other little tea bags, it'll filter through if it is the powder itself, right? So is that good? Is that good? That's a good idea. Let me just make sure here. And this is really simple. Perfect. I do it all the time, and you can do it whenever you want. You want to do it on an empty stomach as much as possible. And you're going to combine that with good quality water, super, and to flush out your system. This is really important. I've seen it in the clinic so many times. Women would want to do a cleanse. They would start a cleanse, and then they would show up in my clinic halfway through or at the end feeling really crappy. And there's a few reasons. It was too intense. They didn't take care of the other things around them, and they didn't help their body eliminate whatever was coming up, right? So just think of cleansing your body and detox like spring cleaning your house. So imagine this. So you take out the vacuum and you take out a big pail of water and you wash everything down and you vacuum and you clean, and then you're done. But instead of bringing all that like waste outside the house, you leave it there, or you just dump it back and just leave it in the middle of the place. It doesn't serve a purpose. And on the contrary, where it gets dumped, it's like concentrated, right? I'm just kind of visualizing it for you, but that's exactly what happens. And that's what happened a lot with these women that came back in the clinic feeling really crappy after a cleanse, because they kind of got all these juices moving, but they never supported the body to take it out. So you have organs that are especially constructed to expulse stuff from your body, right? We have lungs, we have intestine, we have bladder, we have skin, and so on and so forth. We got to make sure that these are working properly and that they're supported. Another nice and easy way to detox is by getting a gentle herbal drink. Now, you can buy loose leaf or you can buy a combination of both. Now, I have from my own personal product line. I hardly do these anymore because it was really time consuming, but I still have them. I still use them, and I have a few clients that still ask them. Like, it's like the face cream that I always use, and the cleanser, and some tinctures, and the herbal teas, right? So and they just look like this. So regardless if you're using mine or if you're using your own that you grow, or you go out in a health food store and you get one, these are some of the plants that you can find in there. Be mindful of the plants that go deep to detox. You want to be really gentle about herbal drinks. So what I have in mind is yarrow. So I'm going to go slower so you can jot these down if you want to. And all of these you can do separately. You can do a few, or you can do all of them. And of course, there's more. Um, but these are the ones that I like. I like these a lot. So yarrow, really gentle, love it. Bardan, um, I would not take that one on its own, and I wouldn't take a big quantity of it. Calendula, love, 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 love it. Easy, nice, and gentle. Milk thistle, it depends. I have to go really gentle with milk thistle for me because my body reacts very quickly to milk thistle, but it is a great one to detox. So not just cleanse, but really go in depth. Raspberry leaf, love raspberry leaf. It's perfect. Rosemary, also beautiful. And it's different if you use it in cooking and you're using it as an herbal tea. Dandelion, also be mindful. It detox. It goes deep into detox, so you want to be mindful. Red clover, perfect, gentle, does the job. And my favorite, I think, is slippery elm bark. Love it, love it, love it. This one, unless you're super knowledgeable, you won't be able to cultivate it yourself because it's not actually the bark, it's between the tree and the bark, and it's better to buy it, but I love it. Now, what I love about these that I just shared is some of them, most of them, also consider where you're at in your life in midlife or menopause. All right. So, for example, red clover and raspberry leaf. These are these are plants that I use to help balance out or support the hormonal system. So the reason that I picked these was for more than one reason. When I made my Botivena products and herbal teas. And most of these have great properties to help support you as a woman and also help you detox. Okay, so I'm going to let you take a breath into that. Let me just check the messages here. All right. Do you have any questions? Or is this flowing, going really easily? You might be wondering why I have this, right? It's because actually I was going to sit outside, and when I don't put a cover, I think of my grandma every time I do that because she used to do it all the time. And when I was a kid, I'd be like, why is she doing that? But I get it now because when you drink something outside, there's always bugs that go, ooh, pool, and not fun. All right. So do you want more? Should we keep going? Let me just check. Let me know if you have any questions. Just jot it down in the comments. Perfect. Let's keep going. Okay, where am I? Okay, so if you are more seasoned in cleanses and detox, and you have experience, or you are knowledgeable about health, or you've already started a process, there's other things that you can do to go more in depth. Now, one of my favorites, and I've supported hundreds of women in this, is fasting, intermittent fasting and complete fasting. And there's a lot of great information in my book. And the book that I wrote is called Basic Fasting Basics, and really rejuvenate, energize, and lose weight. And that's the book, and it talks about different things in there. And fasting is a great way to do it. I do not agree with full water fasting. I don't do it for myself. I don't support women like one-on-one when they do that. My fasting, it has always been with this special lemon water drink, because when there is 0 calories coming in, it's hard for the body to keep up and to cleanse, and cleansing takes a lot of energy, and you don't want your body to go into starvation mode and then just kind of go, I gotta keep everything because there's no food coming in, there's no energy source coming in, right? So with this lemon drink and other supplements that we add when you do fasting, there's no eating. So when if you're fasting, you're not eating. If you're fasting, you're not drinking smoothies or juices or things like that. That's not fasting. That's an alternate cleanse or detox, but it is not fasting. Even intermittent fasting means When you're in the fasting period, you're not eating, right? It's very different. There's other ways to cleanse, but fasting and intermittent fasting is a great way to do that. And you can absolutely check out my book. It's on Amazon. So it's amazon.ca or amazon.com. You'll find it there. It's super easy to read, has great information, and is a great intro into the fasting world. And again, it's called Fasting Basics. Something else that you can do to cleanse and detox is raw food. Now, I was a raw foodie for 2 years and I absolutely loved it. You don't need to be a raw foodie to reap the benefits of it. You can just do it for a couple of days and it will deeply cleanse your body. And when we're talking about raw foods, we're talking about a vegan approach, right? I mention it because I've had the question, oh my goodness, you eat raw meat? No, no. It's so raw vegan for a few days will work wonderfully. Again, these things are for women that are seasoned in cleanses and detox. Another approach are special, how could I, not a treatment, well, I guess we could call it a treatment slash service. Colonics done by someone that's qualified. I'm all set up in the clinic for that. But you want to make sure that you find someone that can do that for you, someone qualified. So these are really great, and it should always be done gently. Okay, even if the person is using instead of a gravity machine, a pressure machine, it should be done gently and support you in that. Um, um, Lymphatic drainage. Okay, the lymphatic massage. If you're getting one, it's not worth the investment. You want to get a few. It really starts to get the lymphatic system moving. It will clean out your system. And this is a great way to detox and increase immunity. Now, all of these, of course, will increase immunity, but there's some that will do it automatically, like the lymphatic drainage. And then there's tinctures. I love tinctures. You can have all sorts of tinctures. There's people that will make them um, in water. I'm not a fan because it's pretty hard to extract the properties of the plants in water. Um, I have made some and I still buy some in organic apple cider vinegar. The concentration is higher than the regular vinegar, so we're able to extract the properties. And of course, you have in alcohol. These are really great. You can use them first to do the cleanse and detox, and then take another one to ups your immunity. All right. Is there any questions so far? Let me know if you have questions. Let me just go back here. Perfect. Okay. So no questions. You can just let me know. Okay. So what you want to do right now is go with where you are and where your knowledge is, right? So you can start small and increase. And this month, we're going to be talking about cleansing and detox and immunity and all that. So this month, I'm going to have another holistic guidance later on this month, and we'll cover some other aspect of it. Please, always, always, always keep in mind where you're at in your life cycle, right? Are you in perimenopause or in menopause or even in postmenopause? And are there health issues that are present right now? Does your hormonal system need support? Are there health issues like blood pressure or allergies or depression or a lack of minerals or stress or any kind of imbalance in your body? You want to be mindful about all that. It is not, unless you're doing a very simple, gentle cleanse like those that I mentioned at the beginning, those are fine. Usually you're not going to have any problems and you're going to do that a couple of days and it's good, right? It's not the same thing as if you do a deep body cleanse or detox. The results are different as well, right? We always get out what we put in. Same thing. So, like, if you're saying, I really want to go deep into that and I want more information. So, if you you want to find out more or get some questions answered around this and you'd like to chat and get clarity to find out, how can I do this? Then I recommend that you book a zero pressure one-on-one call with me and we'll chat about this and we'll see where you're at, what's coming up, and like what would be a great way to go towards that. So I'll put the link of that for my agenda up at the top as well as the new masterclass link. And these are free. The one-on-one chats, they're 30 minutes, about 20 to 30 minutes, and I'll be able to give you a bit of insight around that. Those are free, and it'll be my pleasure to chat about cleanses and detox, and answer any of your questions for the programs that I hold and the one-on-one consults around that. All right, so let me know if you have questions. And if this has been helpful to you, I'm going to take one last sip. I'm right spot on my time. It's 31. I try to be mindful about my time and the holistic guidances. All right. So on that note, I am going to wish you a beautiful Wednesday and go for it. I'm just saying, go for the cleanses. It is time. It is going to feel so good, and it will definitely participate in strengthening your immunity. And again, stay mindful about where you're at physically in your life. And of course, if you need support, just book a one-on-one consult with me so we can get your questions answered. Diane says, thank you. You're very welcome. It was my pleasure, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.